Sometimes, I don't know, I feel a little bit even ashamed sometimes when people talk about all the bad things that happened this last year and how their lives were all turned upside down. And I look at mine, and it wasn't so drastic for me. It was just uh, the changes of all the things with my kids mostly has been the hardest part. We were shut down for a few months. Not able to work was a little difficult, but we had prepared ourselves for something like that. Being a business owner, you got to be ready for loss of revenue at any moment. So we were able to keep our bills paid and everything during the quarantine and the shutdown, which was pretty helpful for us. Once we finally got out of it, we did work ourselves to zero before they let us go back to work, but we were fortunate enough to at least be able to start from zero and not a negative debt, after the quarantine. Even though they were given stimuluses and all that, it wouldn't have helped much. Um, but with work, not much changed after we opened as far as busyness and how much stuff we had scheduled. But there was always a little bit of trepidation about, are the people that are willing to come get tattooed during a pandemic people that are also at home following the guidelines and sticking to the social distancing and stuff. And we don't want to assume that they aren't, but a lot of times I think that might be the case. And so it's a little bit scary to work every day, within 12 inches of somebody and not know if they've been out getting sick or something like that. Um, so that's really the big thing we've had to deal with. Doing what we do, tattooing, we're real well versed in keeping things clean and sanitary and stuff like that. But it was always based on a cross contamination, like physical contamination thing. And so when airborne viruses are going around, we only can wear masks and do the minimum things that they ask us to do. And so that's a little stressful too.
So, personally, how has it affected you? Do you feel, when you just look back on the stress of the last year and stuff, worried about the business? You're lucky that you just went to zero and stuff. What were you really?
We were, I would like to say that I was really worried about our business and how we were going to do. And I was a bit during the shutdown because we don't know when it's going to end, what it's going to look like afterwards. Are people going to have disposable income to spend on things like tattoos and stuff like that? But it was really quick in figuring out that wasn't going to be an issue for us. It was just going to be things like, worrying about getting sick and having to close our business because of that. And anytime this year somebody's gotten sick, a little fever or a cough or anything, we have to call in and reschedule all of our appointments and then wait for a COVID test. And so that's a little stressful. You try to just stay really healthy this year and so you can work through anything that comes your way. But like the biggest thing for me was with my kids. My daughter's supposed to start high school this year, and she's been doing at-home stuff. My son's in 4th grade, and trying to learn how to teach them and follow along with what they're doing in online stuff, and it's been pretty difficult. And then worrying about them not getting enough activity and enough social time with their friends and stuff like that has been the biggest thing for me personally. I always feel like work is work, and no matter what you got to do, you got to go find some way to make money. But your kids and your family health is always something to stress about, especially during a time when everybody, even my kids, have all the information and they're scared and they're nervous and they don't know what's going on. And explaining why birthday parties are canceled or things like that is difficult, and that's been the hardest part for me. But now hopefully everything turns around. My kids are back in sports. Not sure if that's good or bad yet, but it's good for their mental health at least. So I take it. But we always got to be ready to move back, and we've been trying to just save money again and get things back to where they were before the pandemic. because if we were to get shut down again right now, it would be a much different story for us. So I just feel fortunate mostly that we're able to keep things going at a smooth pace and get our bills paid. That's, I think, what everybody's worried about this year is paying your bills and being ready for tomorrow, I guess.
Great.
I don't know. I don't have much other to say than that.
It's really good.